It started with a woman who vanished without a trace, only to return 30 years later, insisting she'd been gone for just 30 minutes. Her name was Maria. She walked out of her house one evening in 1985 and never came back. Police searched forests, rivers, abandoned buildings. Nothing. It was as if she had dissolved into thin air. Her family slowly accepted the worst, until the night she suddenly walked back into town. Maria looked exactly the same. Same clothes, no aging, no injuries, nothing. Doctors were stunned. Her hair, her skin, her DNA all showed she was still 29 years old. But Maria kept repeating the same sentence. I was only gone for half an hour. She claimed she had followed a strange humming sound behind her house. Then everything went white. Maria said she woke up in a quiet room, metallic walls, no windows, no doors. She heard voices, but not with her ears, more like something speaking inside her thoughts. The voices asked simple questions. Then, according to her, they told her she could go home. When she stepped through the light, she found herself standing only a few meters from where she'd disappeared. To Maria, no time had passed. But for everyone else, 30 years were gone. Investigators checked satellites, flight records, missing time databases. No explanation matched her story. Psychologists said she wasn't lying. Her brain truly believed only 30 minutes had passed. But then something stranger happened. Maria developed a sudden, intense fear of silence. Even a quiet room made her panic. She said, silence felt like they were listening. And then she said one final thing, something investigators refused to release to the public. But investigators noticed something disturbing. Maria reacted strongly to anything bright. Lights, reflections, even phone screens. She said bright light reminded her of the place between moments, whatever that meant. Maria tried to explain it. She said it felt like being suspended in time. No sound, no motion, no gravity. Prompt. Scientists wondered if she had experienced what's known as a time dilation event, something predicted by physics, but never recorded in humans. But Maria insisted it wasn't science. She said it felt more like someone or something had paused the world around her. Investigators pushed harder. Did you see anything? They asked. Maria hesitated for a long time before answering. She finally whispered, I didn't see them, but they were all around me. No one understood what she meant, but her heart rate spiked violently when she said it, as if remembering something traumatic. Doctors tried hypnosis to recover her memories, but what she said under hypnosis terrified everyone in the room. She described walking through a corridor where time didn't move and hearing footsteps behind her even though she couldn't turn around.
She remembered a strange low hum before the flash, a sound that felt ancient, like the world holding its breath.
Several neighbors reported seeing a bright flash in the sky that night. One that didn't match any meteor or aircraft. Her husband said the town became distant. People whispered that something unnatural had touched their lives. Under hypnosis, she described long corridors of light and silent figures watching her from the shadows. Doctors found a faint scar on her wrist, one she had never seen before. Years of medical tests followed. None of them supported the idea that 30 years had passed. Some scientists suggested rare neurological anomalies. Others weren't so sure. One investigator noticed something strange at the site. The trees were twisted into unnatural spirals. Similar cases began appearing in other towns, but none as detailed as hers. A hunter finally came forward, claiming he saw a scorched patch of ground that night. The deeper he went into the abandoned hospital, the colder it became, and the feeling of being watched intensified.
On the old recorder, a waveform spiked at a moment when no sound had been heard.
He found a patient chart with a name scratched away. Only a single line remained. Transferred after incident. That room matched the place she always described in her visions. The place where everything began. Scattered documents spoke of experiments and phases. Records that should not have existed. Diagrams showed implants and behavioral tracking. Someone had been mapping her memories. The truth began leaking through her fractured memories. Pieces that didn't belong to ordinary life. A wheelchair rolled slowly down the hall, as if pushed by an unseen hand. Small, faded fingerprints marked a trail leading to a locked door. The door read, "Basement, restricted access." He hesitated, then descended. Below, an operating chamber sat under a single overhead lamp, used recently despite the building's decay. Old audio tapes labeled Subject 3 lay on a table, their labels smudged by years of secrecy. When he played the last tape, a whisper filled the room. Her voice, but not speaking in any normal way. He felt a presence behind him, like someone returning from a memory. She appeared not fully formed, double exposed, a paused frame in a damaged tape. A journal warned, "Do not trigger recall. She does not know she is gone." He watched a looped vision of her reliving the final moment, over and over. Horror hit him when he realized this was no longer an investigation. He had become part of the loop. She reached toward him, expression unreadable, half pleading to be let go. So, the last question remained. if she is trapped in that final moment. What moment are you trapped in? Before you go, tell me this. If someone vanished for 30 years but returned claiming only minutes had passed, would you believe them? If you want more unexplained real stories, subscribe, like, and let me know what mystery you want next.